Welcome to Mind Your Own Business with DJB. That's the beginnings. One time we can do that. Welcome to Mind Your Own Business with. Whenever you're ready. Welcome to Mind Your Own Business with DJB, where we do everything besides mind our own business. My special guest here today is none other than the lovely Issa Rae.
Hey, thank you.
Can you do me a favor and tell the 7 people who don't know who you are?
I'm Issa Rae, like he said. Do I look in the camera or do I just talk to you?
Whichever one makes you happy.
Oh, is he?
Hey.
I'm a writer and producer, and I made a show called Insecure.
How I know Issa Rae is through her brother, Enemeezy now. He told you why he changed his name to Enemeezy?
Yeah, that was very fascinating. I learned so much about my brother that I didn't know, which is everything, listening to that episode.
Right, so...
A lot that I didn't want to know. Yeah.
Me and Enemeezy go back to middle school, and then we linked up with you when we did... Was White Shoes our first... Was how we met?
I was very annoyed that you didn't remember how you met me.
I'm
you remember at least
the worst. I'm the worst. Can you tell me how I met you?
That throw up story. That was my first.
Were you there?
I remember smelling it and being like.
So I didn't meet you. So it's not my fault.
No, I met you that day,
knew
and then y'all
me.
were doing a project which I thought was funny. I was like, oh, who's this little nigga? Like, Lamine has a friend, and y'all were like doing animals or something.
It was the Red Pony, the book.
The Red Pony, and I remember thinking it was funny while you guys were shooting it, and then I had an immediately terrible impression of you after that day. And then I think, I would see you around the house sometimes, but I didn't know you. I just knew that you were the bad influence.
You know what's hilarious? Your entire family just was like, that's Lamine's bad friend.
True.
I was like, I didn't do anything. I ate old wheat thins, and now everybody hates me.
I mean, you know what? You're his oldest friend, so
it's cool. I'm still here. You guys could.
I still think that you were a bad influence, but then I think he welcomed you. That's what I learned.
That my influence was negative, but he could have prevented it. I never told him to do anything bad.
I feel like you were just the devil on his shoulder.
Oh.
That way. I feel like what?
That's Danny.
You were the devil on his shoulder?
No.
Oh.
I can't forget. I forgot to introduce Danny last episode. But my thing is, I start talking, and then I go back to, that's Danny. Because his handle is, that's Danny. So, I try to pretend to forget about him and then bring it back to him. So I just got
fooled. Okay, that was really convincing.
I used to fool people like that when I had a snake. When I was in 4th grade, I got straight A's, and I got a pet snake for getting straight A's.
You asked for it?
Yeah. And what was his name?
Pet snake?
What?
I hate you. Was the snake's name? What was his name?
No. What was his name?
What was his name? All right, got it.
Right.
You're very annoying. I just want you to.
And as you can see, I've been that way since.
So you came out the womb.
Apparently, a troll. I've been trolling since I climbed out of my mother's vagina in Torrance.
But your parents are also trolls, so I get that. You kind of never had a chance. I mean,
what did you say about my mama?
I said your parents.
Okay, go on.
Your dad?
No, my dad is. I often imagine if my dad was in this generation with social media influence right now, bro. My dad would be Derek Jackson.
What? What? What are you saying right now?
I'm just kidding. He wouldn't do that.
What? Derek Jackson. Jesus. Yeah, I remember y'all used to. Do y'all prank y'all mom?
Yes.
Okay.
But not to the extent that people on the internet do. But she just makes it so easy. she's just so gullible, like always. It's too easy, and we just can't resist it.
Well,
I feel like your mom is easily prankable. Like, you don't prank your mom?
No, she pranks us.
How?
My mom was always, like, she was one of those, I know now, one of those people who are like, when I have kids, I'm going to do this. And she did all of those things. You know, she makes up games and cheats. She, like, you know, scares us. She did all those things. And, you know, I think she developed our sense of humor for sure. She's very foolish. And a lot of people meet her and think she's, like, reserved and dignified. And she is. But, like, she's very, very foolish.
What's her zodiac sign?
She's a Cancer. Do you know anything about Cancer?
I know everything about everything.
So what's the Cancer trait that I don't know?
They're very emotional.
How do you actually know that? Do you study horoscopes?
No, I just live through experiences I have with people. Like, I figure out something I notice about you, and I be like, what's your zodiac sign?
And it's true to the...
Cancers are emotional. I'm a Libra.
Oh, this is your season.
Say that.
Wait, when's your birthday?
October 11th, 1988.
1988, you about to turn...
Something. Damn, the math.
The Jesus.
Hey.
Oh,
okay. I kind of underestimated my Magic Johnson year.
That was a good... 32 was my favorite year.
Why? What was going on in 32 for you?
I just turned up. I just felt like I knew who I was. I felt popping. I felt like shit was aligned, and it was just like having fun. I could say that I wanted to do something and do it.
When I was 29, I was living downtown, like in a loft, and I went to a bar, and you know, whenever somebody's 29, they're like, oh my God, my life is about to end. I'm about to turn 30. This lady said, your 30s is so much better than your 20s. Oh my God. It's like your 20s with money, and you know what you don't like.
Yeah. 30s are fun as fuck.
For sure. Like, when I turned 21, oh, give me a fireball shot or 7. Like, don't bring...
And, like, do I have to pay for it? Because I can't afford it.
Right,
you know?
For sure. Those politics need to be... Hey, come here for a second. Hey, so listen. This bill says $72, and you asked me to take a shot around here. So I feel like you should take care of the one that and after that, because I wouldn't have taken that shot if we never did that first.
What kind of asshole bartender would make you pay for a shot he asked you to take? That's fucked up. Where was you going to bars?
I was talking about the homies. I wasn't talking like in that hypothetical situation. The homie was who I pulled aside.
Yo, that reminds me that, remember I started a movie club?
Hell no.
I started a movie club on Twitter. And I feel like you came. I want to say Evan came.
There was a very high possibility I did that.
Came, and we went to a group dinner before the movie, and I was extremely broke, so I could afford my ticket and my portion of dinner. And I will never forget one of your mutual friends who ordered shit and ate shit did not put it on the bill. I would just like to point that out. That brought back a terrible memory for me.
Oh,
that was in my 20s.
I remember this. I did not sign up for your movie club.
You did not sign up for my movie club?
I did not.
I'm not accusing you of doing that. It was one of your mutual friends.
Oh, I never have been the broke friend.
I know that. You always have money.
I've always had enough money when I go outside.
Yeah, you really
If
have.
I'm broke, I just was like, oh no, can't make it that day.
Yeah, I admired that about you. You always have money.
Past tense.
Had money? You have money now.
Okay.
But I don't. My admiration changed.
I get it.
Gotcha.
You changed.
Have I?
Yeah.
Have I changed?
Yes.
I've changed?
No, but I mean, like, you as a person, like, talking to you right now, you are the same person to talk to, but you have changed. You get what I'm saying? Like, I probably don't have money to you now.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know your life.
Exactly. But you didn't know it before, but you knew before.
I didn't even know your life then. I just knew you had money.
So that's what I'm saying.
You always had money hidden. Even when we thought you didn't have money, you had money.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Moral of the story: you got money.
Yeah, you got money.
Look, I made cue cards.
Did you do this? Why?
No, this is not for you. This
phew.
is for mind your own business.
Okay.
Because
that's what you're gonna do from this point forward.
I be getting drunk and just be talking, and then I be like, "Where does the conversation go?" I was like,
so
"These
it's for focus.
are things I want to
It was one of those blanks?
talk about." It wasn't blank, but you know,
can I pick it up?
I was gonna pick it up when you went on a tangent.
You weren't supposed to acknowledge that it fell out of that.
Damn. You know what I like? I feel like our commonality is
not missing shit.
We own the awkward phase of our lives.
Yeah.
Like my brand is like the comfort in the awkward situations. And that's also you. Like, I didn't realize that for a while. It was even after awkward. I didn't even put two and two together that you were like awkward black girl. I'm awkward. This is where I am.
You bottled for my awkward black boy.
Right. And then like later in my adulthood, I realized that is a commonality that we share. Like, we're comfort in awkward.
But I think the only difference where I share that is you will initiate the awkward where I do not.
It's true.
Like,
yeah,
you will.
But you embrace it.
I definitely embrace it. I had no choice. But you will cause
awkwardness. I seek it.
Yes. Which is a different kind of awkwardness. It's like, why do you need to do that?
Every time.
Every time
we're out.
Like, why?
What you mean?
I'm never going to go through that revolving door with you. Continue.
Please do. Please.
Then, if you can, what are you talking about?
Just, there's no end to your troll, bro. There's no end.
I just commit to the character.
And I love that about
once I pick the character, I just commit to it to the end. That's just it just makes the joke, even nobody laughs, it makes the joke funnier.
To you.
That's the only person.
Do you have an imaginary, you're the only person that matters, you have not changed.
He's his target audience.
Right. You got a whole kid and you have not changed. Can I say your business on this podcast?
No, mind your own business.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
No, but he's the same. Yo, Jordan Kobe. Jordan
he's a toddler.
Jordan Kobe is DJB.
Selfish?
DJB 2. And I praise God. God gave me exactly what I asked for.
Really?
I was like, Lord, please give me a child that looks like their mother and acts like me.
That's so sweet of you.
Kinda.
How old is he?
He's 3. He's gonna turn 4 in March.
He's adorable.
He is when a door meets a bull.
You said that before.
You've heard that before?
No.
How do you know?
Because why would anybody say that? I just know that you said that before. Because, like, there's really no reason to say that.
It's in my stash.
All right. Yeah, I can tell.
Do you have a stash? When somebody says this to you in public, this is your response. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
What? Give me 2.
Give me 2. When someone says this, when someone says, anybody tell you look like Issa Rae? I'd be like, oh, all the time. But then I realize a lot of people do that, so I want to change my answer.
And that's not even that good of an answer. All the time?
Yeah, I get that all the time. I do get it all the time.
No, I believe you, but I'm just saying, like,
what would you say?
When similar to that, like, if I see somebody looking at me and they be like, my cousin looks just like you. I'd be like, you got a good looking cousin.
My grandfather used to do that.
Your grandpa had my line?
Mm-hmm. So that's how old
I
is.
actually admire that. I think that the best thing, it's only played out because it was good. Like it wouldn't be able to.
So my shit is played out too, so it must be good. People tell me that all the time, and it's actually me. Come on, do the drum beat.
Do you like?
Do it. Thank you.
Do you like her line? You look like Issa Rae. I get that all the time. That shit weak.
Sometimes. Sometimes I say, ooh, I don't like her. Is that better?
That's way better.
Oh, okay.
If you beef with yourself, that's hilarious.
Yo, I was in the elevator one time. In Atlanta, and this man and two larger sized women came in, and the man was like, "Yo, you like that girl off of Insecure?" And I was like, same thing. I did the first line. I was like, people tell me that all the time. And then the girl behind me was like, and I was going to say, oh, but it's me. Sometimes I do that. And the girl behind me was like, I can't stand her. And he was like, why don't you like her? I just can't stand her. And so I sat in the corner. She was just so mad at my existence. And I never revealed myself. So from that point forward,
did she ever say why she did?
I wanted to ask, like, well, what don't you like about her? But I didn't, because I didn't really want to know. I didn't feel like getting my feelings hurt that day.
I feel it, but also, you know what's crazy about the Insecure character is that it's based on your life.
Hey, whoa,
kinda.
You're making a lot of claims there, buddy. What's based on my life?
The character in the show.
Okay.
And
like her personality traits?
Some of them. I'm
that.
very aware that a lot of that is not you. But there is a fair portion of that is you.
Fair.
Right? So then people critiquing Issa D.
That hurt in the first
season. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. The first season I'm creating this character that's based off of me, and to see people be like, that bitch is a narcissist. I can't stand her. And it was like, whoa, I thought I was just being charming and awkward.
I low-key gave her my name because she's based off of me.
No, that was an accident, but yes.
How did you accidentally name the character?
Because it was temporary. Like, it was a temporary script. The script was called Untitled, and then I was just like, I'll name this character later. Let me just put Issa for now for reference. And then I just never changed it.
You never got around to that part.
I never thought of a name.
Damn. So what would it have been?
Anastasia, Naya, something that had an at the end. You know.
I'm gonna be real with you, yo. Keeping the character name Issa probably hurt you personally when people critique the character more, but I feel like it might have elevated your brand a little bit more.
It definitely helped people to pronounce my name right.
Yeah, for sure. You would have been Issa for a long time.
Still am low key.
Have you ever met 21 Savage?
Yeah, I met him at a party.
Did you guys have the Issa conversation?
No, because I don't think he knew me like that. But I was very complimentary towards him because I do enjoy his music.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
I think
he had the best feature on Drake's album.
That's arguable.
So what's the argument?
The argument is that I think who had the best feature? I mean, no.
Hell no.
I just asked the question.
I would say the Wayne and Ross. It made me like Rick Ross.
You usually not a Ross fan?
I'm usually just like, oh, okay, Ross is on the track.
He gets breathy. The job done.
Yeah.
He is a breathy rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a breathy rapper.
Was that a compliment? Or is it just a fact?
It's a fact.
Okay, cool. I accept that.
For sure. Speaking of you being a breathy rapper,
I'm not.
When are we gonna get the album, man? Come on, let me get a mixtape. Can I host it?
You know what
Can I host the mixtape?
No, I don't want to ever make a mixtape. But what I did come across was Cute Shit with me, you, and Evan. That was a time. I was proud of that.
Yo, your bars are industry standard. Like,
you know what? I'll take that.
Like,
thank you
for what they like. Looking back at the work we did when we were doing it, it is comparable to what is out now. And I proved that at your party. Like, I played you guys' song on the yacht one time, and it was going up.
Which song?
The one Double Mint Twin song.
You played one on the yacht?
I did. You low-key came up to me and asked me to, like, all right, that's a bust.
That was probably very embarrassed. That's not...
But like they were lit though. They were
dope.
lit at that party because I was playing you guys' song.
But they didn't know that. Nobody knows our
Nobody
song.
knew that it was your song
Yeah,
except for you guys. It was the biggest troll I could have done at that moment.
So we didn't ask you to play it?
Nobody asked me to play that song. But I'm the only DJ in the entire world
that would
can
have
play
that song. That's true.
And
why do you have that song? Did you DJ like
I was your
show?
DJ.
For the first show?
Your first 3.
First 3 shows.
Okay, I may be putting
What the fuck?
I might be putting good
show.
jobs on it.
One show.
Okay.
And then we broke up.
Right. For sure. That was so awkward when I was like, I got the perfect birthday gift for y'all when I'm coming to y'all party.
What shit did you play it at? Was it 1, 2, 3?
I don't remember. You know, honestly, 2020 has blurred my memories of the late 19,000s.
Man, I wanted to do one this year and it crumbled.
It didn't work out.
Apart.
It didn't work out. It's all good.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't know if it's ever gonna happen again.
It will happen next summer.
Okay.
I mean, like, why wouldn't it?
I'm in Miami right now. That was the problem. And I was like, oh, I want to do like a Miami yacht shit because they have more yachts out there. That's just like
yacht is just a thing.
It's just a thing out there. But I was like, I don't know if people will fly out. There's always some shit going down every weekend.
What's it like filming in Miami?
Hot, temperamental, in a very literal sense. That the temperature just changes. Like it could be raining and it could be humid, and there's a lot of lightning, and we gotta wait on that. So I don't like it.
Right. I was gonna. If you didn't say the last part, I was like, you said nothing good.
Yeah. But I like being there conceptually.
Right.
But otherwise, I just don't like being away from here. I love LA.
Okay, since we're talking about regional things, I be feeling like the acting game is turning into like what the music game was when like record deals and people getting their like the early 2000s record deals. Like I feel like channels like HBO or like Showtime or Stars or whatever are like signing like makers and then letting them have like use our platform and do your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes I'm like, oh, HBO is my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's dope. How do you feel about that? I think it's dope as fuck.
I think it's hella dope as fuck. Conversely, I feel like, damn, all of these corporations are buying these channels, and it's only like 4 networks technically because they own all of them. So in that way, it's kind of crazy.
And then does that mess you up? Like, let's say you want to make something with Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle seems to have a Showtime deal.
Gang. Yeah.
So you and Don Cheadle can't make nothing because he's a Showtime and you're HBO. You're on Bad Boy. He's on Death Row.
Unless we do.
Well, you'll be Death Row. You're West Coast.
No, unless we do a movie together. That's it. But yeah, on the show shit, which is like, I love television. It does. I'll be back. It's gang wars there. And I have strong allegiances to HBO and I guess Warner because that's what my deal is under. But it does make it hard to collaborate. Like if I want to work with a writer, there's been several times where I'm like, damn, I really want to put this writer on my project. And they're under an ABC deal or something like that. And it just is what it is.
Right.
And I have to... It challenges me to find a new writer, which I love to do anyway, but you're taking a risk.
Right. And speaking of writing, the level that you are now, is writing harder? The reason I ask that is because, like, I remember hearing a Nas interview one time, and, like, he took, like, maybe 4 or, like, 7, I'm making these numbers up, but it was, like, a lot of years off between albums. And they were like, yo, why haven't you put an album out in a long time? It's like, I had to live life.
Yeah, real shit.
I had to live life and get the experience to write about. So I'm like, where you're at right now, you're working.
Yeah.
So like, you don't have any life to reflect on to write about. Like, does it make it harder to write?
It's so interesting that you say that. Okay, DJB, get on your motherfucking interview shit.
Say that.
But it's interesting because one, I've had a revelation that I am very limited in the experiences I've had, and I don't want to be. Like, I love my group of friends, I love my family, and I've always been consistent about like surrounding myself with them.
Yeah.
But that can be detrimental for new experiences.
Right.
I also found that on Insecure, to have material for the character, I found that I would be putting myself in situations that I wouldn't normally be in to have material for that character. And I didn't realize that I was doing that until the show was over. And now I'm like such a more tame person. Because I'm just like, oh, I don't need those. I don't need those stories anymore. But I think it is so essential to live life and have new experiences for new material. One of my biggest fears is writing the same type of shit. Mm-hmm. So writing isn't harder, but I want to challenge myself to just do different shit.
Right.
But I don't know that sometimes I'm like, am I capable?
I get that. So I was in honors classes when I was younger. But what the fuck does more tame mean?
Tame?
You said more tame?
More tame.
Wow.
2 different words.
Okay, that I know those 2 words. I was like, I want to be more tame.
Okay, I can see.
I was like, damn, that's one of them. That's one of them words I don't know.
my words together.
Hopefully not when you're writing.
Sometimes.
For real?
Sometimes I like putting words together, just so you say it a certain way.
Right.
Put them
Come on, man. Let me get the mixtape. Let's do a mixtape.
You gonna produce it?
I will. I'll send you beats. But your brother is so much better at making beats than me.
You didn't catch up?
I never will. Because he's a producer, right? And like, I'm a DJ. So like, while I'm rocking parties, he's in the studio. So he's getting better. And then like, in my spare time, I go and make beats. Just so I can be a producer.
You got really good. I mean, I'm not going to compare y'all. But she got really good.
I don't know. I'm way better than me buse
Yeah.
But like,
I was there for the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
I like really feel excited about that.
For sure. I used to send you and Denise beats all the time.
Did you, Denise? Why?
Because Denise wanted to rap.
That's right. Denise still low key does. She still has rapping dreams.
Listen,
she really does.
Hey, Denise got big dreams, and I'm gonna help her live them out. I looked at the camera for that because I'm talking to you, Denise.
Denise, you're not watching this.
She might if I make a clip out of it.
Oh, okay.
At Denise wants to make a mixtape.
That's so smart.
For
You're
sure.
a very good marketer.
Thanks. Oh, let me get this marketing. So, for $500,000, are you going to the dinner with Jay-Z? You want to dinner with Jay-Z, or are you taking the $500,000? Because you've never been a money-oriented person. You seem like a more mental-oriented individual.
That's really true. I'm taking the $500,000.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, so you're not an idiot. Got it.
Why are you assuming Jay-Z wants... Like, why are you assuming that he's just not going to eat and shoot the shit? Like, why are you thinking that he is coming to dinner being like, so let me... And why do you think you can do what Jay-Z does? Why wouldn't you... Why is that even a question?
That's so weird.
It's so stupid.
Like, I imagine that the entire dinner, Jay-Z is just bagging on you for not taking $500,000.
As he should. I'm like, what I could do with $500,000, well, I did with... I remember thinking $3,000 was life-changing for me. So get the fuck out of here.
And then, like, I feel like Jay-Z's the type, has the New York asshole sense of humor that he would leave you with the bill at the end of that dinner.
That's amazing.
Right, for not taking the $500,000. Like, I mean, clearly you got it, you know what I'm saying? hopefully your mindset's gonna pay for this bill.
Also, I feel like the people that would have dinner with Jay-Z are the type of people that would talk the whole time at dinner. Like, they're the type of people who would not fully take advantage.
Are you trying to pick his brain, or are you trying to get your thoughts off?
Exactly. I feel like they're the people that'll get their thoughts off, play a track at the dinner table on the steak. So yeah,
that shit is funny.
Wait, so you would take the $500,000? I know what you would do because you're money oriented.
1,000%, $500,000.
But are you a Jay-Z fan?
I'm the biggest Jay-Z fan.
Oh really? So not even
500,000.
So as the biggest Jay-Z fan who has maybe no chance of meeting him, you're still gonna take the $500,000. That's a smart ass man.
I wouldn't even think twice about it.
I mean, like,
and Jay-Z would love you for that.
I have never met Jay-Z, but I also have never met $500,000. So
I don't believe that for you. I feel like you've accumulated over time $500,000. But in one place?
Yeah, I'm saying like at one time, like
that's fair.
If you said behind door A is $500,000, behind door B is Jay-Z.
That would hurt Jay-Z's feelings, I'm sure. Like if there were a game show like that, Jay-Z's feelings would get hurt every time.
I don't think so, because he's a hustling ass nigga, bro.
Is there anybody in your life, for both of you, is there anybody in your life that you know would turn down the $500,000 and open the big Jay-Z door?
Tone Oliver.
You are a lie. No,
that is my most consistent.
That is not true.
He is walking clickbait. Like whatever just like will rise up emotion out of people, he will just do that and commit to it with his entire being.
Because he would do that. Okay, so he would do that to get a reaction out of people solely, not.
But no, but like I don't. This is the part of him I don't get. That's really what he'll believe. But at his core, it is to get the reaction. He is here for the moment.
So he is a legitimate troll.
I guess.
That's a troll shit. That's troll shit.
There's a different
He's not living for
definition
himself,
to that.
if that is the truth.
He needs therapy.
Listen, I'm not going there. I love Tone. Tone, I love you. I have never doubted you. I laughed when Animal said what he did and Amizi said what he did, but I love you.
He's top 7 favorite people. And he's
not number 7.
And he's not 2.
And he's not 1. Right.
Top 7 people in the whole world, for sure. I love that man. He's hilarious. But what I've realized about him, he's one of the most passionate people I have ever met. Like, but then he'll turn around a year and a half later and be like, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
He really has a... Damn, I can't believe I knew Tone before, like, we got in his life. Like, remember how passionate he was about, like, that wasn't his personality trait?
Yeah.
And then it became his personality trait.
He literally has segments of his life where he becomes a person. And a lot of these, he blessed us enough to name these characters a lot of the time. Like, there was the player time of his life.
I remember that time.
There was also the Evan, help me. What were Tony's segments?
Tony Two-Turn.
Tony Two-Turn. Tony Two-Turn might have been my favorite.
I love Tony Two-Turn.
Tony Two-Turn was my favorite. I was voting him for president, bro. And then all his other characters.
The hippie shit wasn't my favorite Tone. He lost me.
Right.
That was season 6 or 5 of F-Word was the hippie Tony. Mm. But he wasn't as serious. Right. About his hippie shit, and then he got serious.
Right, for sure. I mean, like, I liked it as long as his beats were like super trappy,
and he could always flow.
Yeah,
that was never an issue.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about rapping in the Fly Guys
because I didn't agree. I feel like you guys so much better. It was so funny to hear your perspective on it.
It was the studio, because the studio rats. That's what I was trying to impress, and so I wasn't impressing the studio rats.
Who are the studio rats?
People who stayed in the studio all day and all night.
But who specifically in your camp? Evan?
No, not Evan. For sure not Evan. Because Evan was... If anybody got me... Because Evan was just total swag. I gotta put this out there. Like, the way rap elevated to the future, Evan and Bertrand were doing.
Yeah.
Like, the entire...
Yeah, they were.
The entire industry evolved into bitches dying.
For sure.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The future. Because you seem to attract to the shit historically.
First of all, you're not drinking as much as me. I felt like
mind your own business, girl.
Oh, my bad. I keep forgetting.
And another thing is, I just got to keep in mind.
I'll try.
You're our first girl.
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't?
The first girl?
On the
Why don't
podcast.
you have other girls?
Oh, we will.
What is this episode? What episode is this going to be?
This is 4.
Are you releasing Five Guys before?
Five. This is episode 5. This is episode 5.
This is 6. Oh, this is 6 actually.
This is 6.
So
we don't know what episode this is. Okay, so look, we had Hayes, Animal, then it was Paul, then it's Artistic.
Paul who?
Paul Stewart. He was your music supervisor season 1.
I'm aware. I don't think so fucks with me.
He does.
He does. He spoke out.
He does. We talked about you. So it was Paul, and then it was Artistic, then it's the Fly Guys, and then it's you. Right?
I'm very excited for that.
That's the right. Okay, thank you so much.
And when's that been? I thought you said he was in the video.
We haven't filmed him yet. He's too busy.
That nigga's funny.
Yeah, no, fact. And we got Tristan coming up too.
My heart. That's my nigga right there. His glow up is amazing.
He is ridiculously present on all social medias.
He is, while still getting shit done.
Like, it's crazy. Cheers to you guys.
Oh, you're taking a shot. Wow.
Wait, what you doing?
Taking a shot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've never known you to be a liar.
Ooh, shot. You haven't poured me any more alcohol.
There you go.
I love this Ciroc. Thank you.
That's fun. What were we talking about?
I interrupted you.
I know, but like,
you said, speaking of, and then
But what was I speaking of?
Yeah.
So, does it seem like filmmaking is becoming more? Oh no, you know the future. You be knowing the future.
Oh, the future.
You be knowing the future. God bless you, cue cards. So you know the future. So like I said, you heard Beef and was like, "Bitches dying is my shit," right?
It really was.
And I want to shoot the video for that. You were like, "Penny Nickel Dime is my shit."
Yeah.
I want to shoot the video for that. And then, like, after you shot Penny Nickel Dime, the Jerkin Wave blew the fuck up. If it wasn't
after, it was already
what I'm
popping.
saying, if it wasn't already popping, I'm saying
popping.
like, we didn't catch it at the peak. It
Y'all
kept going up.
resisted me. Y'all were like, we're not a jerking group. Oh, we're artists. Oh,
we're stupid. Okay, listen. But so like you caught the Jerkin Wave. You understand trends. Is what I'm saying. Like and then you caught the Beef shit, and then entire rap industry went that way. You made the F word. Man. Mockumentaries became a thing after that. Like Modern Family.
It was.
I mean, like The Office existed, but like Modern Family took it to the whole.
When Modern Family came out
to the whole nother level.
Yes.
And even the fucking Muppets came out with a show that made a mockumentary. Like ABC ran with the mockumentary format for sure.
Can I tell you right now, F word is like my favorite thing that I've ever done.
It's historic. Wow.
It really is, because as a creator, like, you want to feel like you're making something new and different. And I feel like with y'all, like, and that you have an eye. And I feel like with y'all, seeing y'all on that Penny Nickel Dime video shoot, your dynamic, like, even though I didn't do the video justice, I didn't do any of y'all videos justice, I'm so sorry. But, like, seeing y'all's chemistry and being like, let's make a show, and then y'all were down, and then to do it and y'all be consistently funny, and then to have, like, an outline to think about the way that we were shooting it, where you guys would do interviews first based off of the outline of the story, kill that shit, and then we would base the story around you guys' interviews in some cases. Like, our format was legit, and it was funny. Like, I can watch those episodes right now and still die laughing. And it really boggles my mind that, and yeah, there was some, like, problematic shit. I might make some of them episodes private, but it was like y'all were legitimately funny and ahead of your time.
Oh, we would get canceled for a couple episodes?
You would for sure get canceled. I think I did make one episode about it. And I'm like, off the record, you know which one I'm talking about, right? Like,
hell no.
There's a very specific Berkshire episode.
Okay.
Which would not go down.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I get it.
But I think I did make that one private. But, like, there's, like, y'all just had raw talent, which I think as a producer, as a creator, you seek. And
you know,
my dream would be to bring it back.
You know what's crazy? Is that I didn't understand that until later. and hearing that from you kind of confirmed it. But like the dream when you're creating stuff with these cameras and everything, because the workload is crazy. Like after you stop filming, the workload is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
After? What you mean?
Editing and putting
oh
shit
yeah,
together
when I
and
got
putting
mad
it
at
out.
y'all.
No. I'm not talking about the F word and shit. I'm talking about post-production.
Yeah, post-production is crazy.
Like filming is not as hard as post.
Not at all.
Right? So like the post-production workload is really heavy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I would get mad at y'all.
I get it.
Because I'd be like, I'm editing my life.
You were doing all-nighters on the red.
When y'all read me, which was kind of accurate, but like the audacity of y'all for missing, I remember I like missed one deadline. And Lamine was like, this is your job. Like, so if you not make, you said you was going to do it, so do it. And I was like,
if it's one person that underestimated the amount of work that you did, it was your brother. I swear to God. Like, really? Like, we wouldn't say, like, me and Tony would never say shit to you because I came to your apartment and saw the bags under your eyes when we had to sit up for 4 hours posting on everybody's Facebook pages the episodes. Like, I saw it, and then, like, you were like, all right, you guys, I've been up for the past 18 hours editing this shit, and I got it down to 10 minutes. We need to get down to 6. Can you guys just tell me what we can cut down?
Oh, man.
And you would take naps. You would take naps and let us figure out how to cut 10 down to 4 because you just cut down 50 to 10. You get what I'm saying?
How we're so
I got it and respected it. And so I wouldn't say shit to your brother. Didn't give a fuck. He was like, she said she was gonna get the shit done. Joyce. Right. And then like I'm like, he's speaking on our behalf, so I'm not about to stop.
That's why I was like, he's speaking on y'all behalf. Fuck y'all. Fuck all of y'all.
But he didn't speak for all of us.
No, but he did.
But he did. And we didn't stop him. We didn't say, hey bro, calm down.
Nah. Do you remember our after Stanford fight? That's the only fight I remember.
Hell no.
When y'all performed at Blackfest?
I remember performing at Blackfest.
I remember like y'all performing at Blackfest and Wale being like the headliner, and that being like, I'm friends with Wale now. I didn't fuck with him like on that stage. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Fly Guys are performing. They're clearly better performers than him.
Still true.
But we fought. No. Hey Wale, I love you. But we fought after that.
But go ahead.
He will battle you. But I remember like, oh man, after that, like seeing y'all perform on a stage at my alma mater, like I was so proud of y'all. And I felt like I had a hand in it. And we fell out after that. I was like, I'm never fucking recording some shit for them.
What happened?
Y'all were just feeling yourselves.
What did we I don't remember anything of this.
I don't remember either, low key, but I just remember the feeling I felt.
Right.
And then we made up after that, but I was like, oh, I'm never doing anything for y'all again because y'all were smelling yourselves super hard. We went through so much together. Like y'all were my like my industry lesson.
You know what's crazy is I 100% believe you because the whole time you were talking about us arguing with you after the show, I was like, please tell me what we were arguing about because all I remember was there was this baddie in the front row that was like,
God, I hate y'all.
Take your glasses off. And I was trying to link up with her and I remember having to talk with you afterwards and thinking, I wish this was over so I can find that girl on the show.
I don't remember that.
No, but like crazy. I didn't say it out loud. I remember thinking I gotta find this girl who was feeling me at the front of the show, and you are saying that you were arguing with us because we were just feeling ourselves.
I felt like y'all
after the show.
At some point. I was like, these guys are so talented. They're gonna blow up, and I can have a part in like them blowing up. But they are so fucking young and dumb.
Yes.
And girl obsessed.
Yes. And I didn't do anything to prove you right just now.
You didn't. Just naturally funny. Like raw talent, which is what we seek. And I'm actually on the low dealing with right now in my new show. Like dealing with like raw talent in a way that is like, oh, I have to, and I think about you guys all the time, where it's like, oh, there's a growth process that needs to happen, that it needs to be fostered, but I didn't have the wherewithal or the patience because I was trying to get on too.
So have you learned to embrace your role as set mom?
No, I think the opposite, where I've been like,
I'm not your fucking mama.
Yeah, that I know that I work the fuck hard. Yeah. I know that I will outwork anybody, and so if anybody isn't willing to do the same, like I'm like, well, then why am I spending the extra hours losing sleep over you if you don't want it bad enough?
Right.
And so I think that has been my thing of just like, I'm always going to do the work. If you're not, then I can move on. I'll be fine.
Right.
This is I'm not taking that shot. This is drink break.
Don't take the shot.
Yeah.
It's there for you if you want it. And me and Danny are going to take a shot, and we're going to look at you funny if you don't take a shot, but I don't want you to do anything that you're not consenting to.
Y'all are drinking tequila, which is significantly weaker than vodka.
I read the label on this Ciroc and this tequila, and they are both the same percentages of alcohol. They do the same thing.
Your word against mine. He says, she said.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. For a long time, life was hard. I mean, everywhere I went, people was just in my business.
Where are you going?
Until I got some mind your own business gear.
Where are you going?
Oh no. Now, life is great.
Oh, so what I was saying was, the crazy thing is, like, the rarity of creating something behind the camera and all the work that goes into post-production, like, when the passion is there, it doesn't feel like as much work. No. And I didn't realize how rare that was in the F word. Like, until now, like, this podcast is like, feels so, I haven't had that feeling since the F word.
It feels like arduous, like you feel like you're putting a lot of work into it in terms of the post-production part of it.
Absolutely.
But isn't it free-flowing? You're not really editing it. I mean, I know that you're like switching camera angles and shit, but you're not like cutting shit out unless you are.
No, not really. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Cut that shit out. No, like for the...
Wait, so you cut shit out? So
97% of it is stays.
That's amazing because it felt so free-flowing.
Yeah, and then like we make sure that it stays free-flowing unless there's like something that I or whoever's on there says that's...
Free-flow this bitch, cut it out, try it. Extra work.
We're not cutting that out.
Right. That's not... that is not brand detrimental, so it stays. Don't try to give us extra work. Fuck out of here. But like what I'm saying is like the labor of love it takes, like, because how we do it is like we put out the episode and then we bust it down in the clips throughout the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that part. Yeah. That's finding like the sound bites that'll.
Yeah, for sure. Because like most people don't want to listen to the long ass podcast, but they will listen to the 1 to 3 minute clips.
For sure.
And then if the 1 to 3 minute clips is enticing enough, it will bring some people into the long ass episode.
Well, I want you to know there's some shit that I said that I do not want to be a soundbite. I will come for your ass if it's shit there that you release that I said.
Oh, see, the bad thing about your sound bites is if you come for me, it's kind of better for me. You know what I mean? So tell me which one that is.
I'll find out. I'll tell you.
Okay, here's a question I want to ask you. In film, are sex scenes actually necessary?
Yeah.
Why? Because you can establish development between two characters without having sex scenes. You can even imply sex without the sex scenes. Do you really have to have sex scenes?
Yeah, I think that they're like the most beautiful part of cinema. I love sex scenes.
You like your sex scenes?
I didn't say all that. But I love sex scenes in general. Like, I watch a lot of, and I've grown up on French movies, and French movies are raw as fuck when it comes to sex. And then, just as a young black woman, I've grown up on, like, 90s cinema, and their sex scenes made, like, black love making look beautiful. And that resonated with me. That made me seek out, like, that.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that there's something empowering in that. And seeing us in our, like, raw, beautiful form, loving each other, being tender with each other. And so, like, yeah, sex scenes are essential. Like, that, I came of age with sex scenes. Love and Basketball sex scene changed my life. I was like, this is amazing. This is...
Oh, they love each other.
They love each other, and this is, like, such a pure, raw moment that I want to have, and that I deserve to have, and, like, I want to be loved on like that. I think that that is important for us to see.
So you feel like implications of it don't do it justice as much as seeing it.
Who wants implications? Like, we can do that all day. I feel like I have an opportunity to make us beautiful and to make our love making beautiful. Like, why wouldn't I depict that in its purest, rawest form, set to the dopest song, you know?
Right. And that is one of the dopest things about signing HBO too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Right?
They love
can't
it.
do it can't do it on ABC.
I remember we submitted like the first 4 episodes of the first season, and he wasn't president at the time, but our exec came in for the show. It was like, you know, we're HBO, right? Like, you guys can fuck, you guys can have sex, you can be naked, like, and I was like,
do some coke.
We know, yeah, like, just do what you need to do. We're like, I guess we kind of need that reminder. We knew we had shit in store, but that was like, oh yeah, we are on HBO. We're not a network show, and like the showrunner that I work with, Prentice, who is my nigga for life, came from ABC, so I think we did kind of need that reminder that we could show us in the rawest sense, and we did. We took that as a mandate, and we're like, this is HBO. Let's like give HBO.
Me and Prentice go to the same gym. Before pre-pandemic, me and Prentice go to the same gym.
I just saw him yesterday or the day before. He's cut his foot. So
yeah. What's
your gym doing?
It's right there. The tent. That's where it is.
Cool.
It's got like weights and shit in there.
Do you use them?
Sometimes. Okay. Sometimes I say about like 3 times a week. 3.
Yeah, I had a trainer.
Huh?
Yeah, I had a trainer.
Yeah, that's nice. I had a trainer for like 2 months and I was seeing results. But then I went poor. And I was like, I can pay you or I can pay my rent.
That's fair. I had a trainer and I got fatter. I don't know how that happened. I guess when you think you're exercising, you eat more. You think like you can justify.
I was like, yeah, okay, so like, you know, my
burn like at
calorie intake can go
800
up.
calories today, so I'm gonna eat 1,000.
You don't got a trainer?
Right now?
Yeah.
No. I don't exercise. I like my walking is my exercise.
Okay, everybody wants to know how you got the way you are now. I'm
thicker than I want to be. I'm about to cleanse again next week against my better judgment.
Cleanses are your shit?
I'm a juicer, unfortunately. Like, I said that I was never going to juice again after my photo shoot. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, you know, that's the last time I'll ever do it. But then, and I was like, after my photo shoot, I was like, I'm going to just get fat. Like, I'm not in front of the camera. Like, I get to just enjoy life. And then I was reminded that I have to do press for Insecure. And that fucked me up.
Damn. So you couldn't eat no
more. I have a photo shoot tomorrow, like a real photo shoot.
What did you eat today?
Everything.
Oh,
well, no, I didn't. I'd had a Mike's Deli lettuce wrap, and I had Hilltop, a waffle, Nutella and banana waffle. But I have been kind of good, but not like great. So now I'm like, I need to reset, and that's what I do.
Okay, because like I feel like everybody keep asking you like, yo, the world, just be like, yo, Issa, we seen you before and afters. Like, how did you do it? And then like your answer is like, always wanted to do it, and I had a good reason because of HBO. Yeah. And I'm like, but you didn't tell nobody nothing. Like you're.
I did. I'm very explicit about the fact that I do it unhealthily. Like this is not a recommended method. That's why I'm not like.
Oh, that's why you don't advocate it.
No, I don't advocate.
You don't
for
recommend
because I'm like starving myself for a 2-week period, and then I'll be like, I'm good. But it's discipline.
Yeah, I get it. You take like supplements and shit?
No.
You don't be like, do you like believe in like sea moss and shit?
No.
I fuck with sea moss.
You've always had incredible skin. Have you taken that for granted?
Yes.
Or do you? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I take everything for granted. But you know how I discovered sea moss? And I actually...
Do you like put sea moss on your face, or those are pills?
Okay, so like it's like the plant, right? It's a whole process. You get the sea moss, right? And it got hella salt on it and shit. So you gotta like rinse it off with like lime and lemon because that gets the salty taste off of it. You rinse it off for like a day, let it soak, and then you blend it with water to turn it into a gel.
Okay.
Right? And then you just put it in whatever you drink.
Oh, so you ingest it. It's not like a paste.
Hell no.
Oh. I mean, you said salt, so I was like, exfoliation.
Oh, you get the salt. You want the salt out because you got to drink it.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Salt's nasty.
It is.
So, yeah. But, like, my cousin put me on it because she sells it. And I tried it out because one of our favorite segments on the DJB podcast, when I get in trouble with the police.
Oh, God, that shit.
So,
like
hold on. Let me mind my own business really quickly before I tell this story.
Also,
would you like
I need y'all to keep me on time for 9.
What time is it?
10 minutes.
Oh, we got 10 minutes? Fuck.
Time just flew.
I'm going to tell this story fast. Would you like to mind your own business?
Yeah, with mine.
Yeah, with your Ciroc and Prosecco.
Yeah.
So, I needed new brakes on my car, right? And I was going out of town. And so, my mom lives half a mile away, right? So, I had to drop my dog off at my mom's house because I was going out of town so she could watch my dog. But I didn't want to press the brakes on my car. So, I was like, I'm going to try to press the brakes as little as possible there and back real quick before I go to the airport.
Wow, what was the logic of not...
I didn't want to buy rotors. Rotors are the thing after your brake pads.
Oh.
Right. If you don't get your brake pads changed, you got to get the brake pads and the rotors changed.
I saw that on Twitter.
Okay. So that's the thing. So I was like, I don't want to buy rotors because then my brake pad change is going to change from $100 to $400. Right? So like, let me just drop this dog off and I'll handle all that when I get back from this trip. So, you know, all that construction that they've been doing on Crenshaw with the train, right?
Yeah.
So I have to cross Crenshaw to get to my mom's house.
Okay.
So I dropped the dog off. I was coming back, and then like there was like on Crenshaw and 60th there was like the light. So I like went on that side lane like you're about to turn right, and I just like was like, right, and then apparently this is when the police started following me. And was like, you almost hit a construction worker. Like I was like, I seen them goddamn construction workers. I wasn't about to hit any of them, right? So then I was driving down the street, and then I was like, ooh, I'm about to go to the airport with my homegirl that I love to drink with. Let me stop at the liquor store and get a bottle, right? So then I turned into a liquor store, and then right when I turned into a liquor store, I was like, forgot my wallet. And then I was like, well, I'm not about to go back to this light. So it looked like I went into the parking lot of the liquor store, then went out and then turned right to get out of that. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
To avoid that red light.
Yep.
Didn't know the police were following me this whole time. But they were following me this whole time. And then there was a stop sign. Like my house is 3 blocks away. So I go 1 block, was no stop sign. There was another block, there was a stop sign. I just ran that shit, right? And then after I ran it, I looked at my rearview. I was like, oh, fuck, there is a police car behind me. I know they saw me run that red light. I mean, that stop sign, right? So I was like, but I'm 2 blocks away from my house now.
I always have felt like your home is like, base, can't get me.
That is exactly what I was on. That's the motto. And we're right. So I get to my street. I stop at the stop sign on my brakes, right? And I was like, the police are there. I gotta just take that one. And then I went to my house and I turned in the parking lot. And then I turned in my garage and my what's that thing called where you put your car?
Driveway.
That's why you're here. I turned into my
Driveway
and took the keys out as fast as I can, and I got out, and then they said, "Boop, you're not free to go." I was like, "Bitch, it's too late." And then I just went to my house, right? Locked the doors behind me, and I waited like 3 minutes, and then I looked out the window to see if they were still there. They were.
Oh, they were. I was like, what?
Right. So I'm gonna use hypothetical numbers. I live on 10th Ave, right? And I was like, well, yeah. So I live on 10th, and I was like, well, guess I ain't taking no luggage on this trip. Jumped the fence to my neighbor's yards over there. You can actually look and see what I did. I jumped that fence right there, and then I went through their yard. So now I'm on 9th Ave. And then I like go to the street over there, and I look back to see if the police are there. Now there's 4 police cars in front of my house. I was like, oh, I for sure the fuck ain't going back now. So, but my grandpa lives 1 block that way on 11th Ave. So I go to his house, and then my little cousin is there. I was like, did you run here? And I'm like, yeah.
How are you still running from the police at your big age? I don't get it.
I don't want to face the problems that
but
I would have to.
But your first instinct is to run. You know what? I can't judge you. I haven't walked in your shoes.
I have never ran from the police and then afterwards thought running from the police was the wrong decision. I would have gotten in more trouble if I stayed.
So in this version, that's also the case?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, I didn't pay my registration on my car, so they took my car.
So you lost your car in this process. So they stayed in your driveway and took your car.
They took the car because they ran the car and then took the car. But I got no moving violations. Like they didn't give me any tickets.
Silver lining.
You know what I mean? They didn't give my person any tickets, but I had to get my car out, which I would have still had to do anyway if they pulled me over.
So they never found you?
Oh no, I went to the airport and I went on that plane.
So do you have a warrant?
No.
How you know?
I do know.
Oh.
No.
Congratulations.
Right. So
one thing I'd like to ask is, what does it mean to you to be named one of 2021's most influential and innovative women from Variety?
That I was named that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or did you not know that you?
I didn't know. That's what's up. I don't. All those lists feel like,
clickbait.
Yeah, like they're supposed to do that.
Gotcha.
I don't know, because sometimes I'm like, I haven't done shit this year. Like I haven't done what I know I can do. Like I feel like I released in an unscripted show, but other than that, I haven't done shit. Insecure hasn't come out. The other show hasn't come out. So I feel very much like I'm not doing shit. But shout out to Variety for making me seem like I am.
Okay, so we gotta wrap it up because you gotta get the fuck out of here.
I gotta get on a plane.
But last question before you go:
Yeah.
How did you do the Lawrence breakup scene?
How did I do the Lawrence?
Yeah, like where did you have to channel today? Because I'm like, I've seen you act in like Awkward Black Girl and shit, and then I saw Insecure, and then when that breakup scene happened and you were like breaking down crying at the door, I felt the fuck out of that. And then afterwards I looked back and I was like, I didn't think she had that in there. I would imagine that they would assign the writing around you not doing something like that.
Wow, that's very honest.
But like I'm happy that they did it, and I'm happy that you killed the fuck out of that shit. But like, how did you channel that? Like, what's the space you had to go to for that? And we'll end it on that.
So this is my shit. Some shit that I wrote / co-wrote. This was our first season. I was working with Jay Ellis, who in my mind was a real nigga actor. And I was like, I know he's gonna bring it. I gotta bring it. And so I like put myself in a room and made sure that like I had the emotions. I channeled the memories to get there. And that was...
You put yourself in real memories of yours?
Yeah, real memories that had nothing to do with what I was experiencing. But he's such a good present actor that like, and we had a relationship at that time. Like I really fuck with him. I love him as a person, and genuinely seeing him hurt really hurt me. Like I felt like I had hurt him, and he also was not talking to me before that scene. Like we had hellish scenes all day during that scene, and all day during that day, and he it was like a progression of like we're in a good place, then there's a place where he doesn't trust me, and then it was the big scene. And so that also helped of like we was cracking jokes in the morning, then in the middle we were still cracking jokes, and then at the end he just wasn't fucking with me, and that got to me
because he had to get to where he needed to go.
Yes, he was like, bitch, I'm not fucking with you.
And he gave you what you needed to bring that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's crazy. That's dope.
And you both killed it.
Thank you.
Seriously, I was like, did she think about Honey dying?
No, Honey didn't get me there. But I was sad when Honey died.
Lamine was so sad when Honey died, and that's the only like correlation I have of your like family sadness. I was like, oh no, she was thinking of Honey because Lamine was fucked up when Honey died.
I understand that. He was like the best caretaker of Honey. That's at the end of the day, but
not so much.
No, Honey is not crossing my mind.
Okay, but you got to get on the flight. I'm sorry, we didn't get to talk about a lot of shit that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about avoiding cancel culture. I wanted to talk about.
You think I've avoided cancel culture?
No, I wanted to know how
I haven't.
You feel people should.
Oh.
I wanted to talk about ASL. I mean, like AIM before, like when you were in chat rooms back in the day, who the person you pretended you were?
A white woman.
Because I pretended I was Tay Diggs. I thought about it. I didn't say Tay Diggs, but the person I described was Tay Diggs. So
you were always black though?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And buff too as fuck. I want to talk about the insecure B-roll. I want to talk about your insecure B-roll. I want to talk about your industry pet peeves. I want to talk about how you dealt with conflict on set. I want to talk about your new goals and aspirations, but we won't get to that because we're going to mind our own business, and I thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having me.
Easy.
We appreciate you coming on. Thank you.